Hey guys, this is an extra one. So I just saw the trailer to Captain Marvel. The movie will be out next year, and I'm really excited about it. So I thought I'd draw Captain Marvel in a look that I'll be honest, when I initially saw it back in the comic days, really wasn't a fan of it. But I'm so glad that I gave it a chance with this because I'll tell you, in this movie, it looks really wicked, like the way they've got the helmet that kind of forms around her head, and then it kind of puts her hair in a mohawk, but then when she comes out of it, it goes back to her normal, so I thought that was just really cool. And kind of practical as far as from the standpoint of being a soldier. I like the fact that we get a little bit more behind the scroll stuff. For those of you who don't know, the main enemy that Captain Marvel has to fight against a group of aliens called the Skrulls, and this is their first time really being introduced in the movie universe. Now, of course, they are in the Agents of Shield show, so I think it's kind of interesting that you get a younger version of Nick Fury, you get a younger version of Agent Coulson, and then you kind of get the sense that if you see the show Agents of Shield, there's a point, where Coulson, of course, knows exactly who the Skrulls are. So it's just kind of interesting to see how that plays into it. And of course, the fact that that series is still going on blows my mind. It really does. But the fact is that it's a good show for what it is. So I wanted to give Miss Carol Danvers, the opportunity to kind of do her thing. And she is a pilot. And I know the movie's going kind of in this old direction. And she doesn't quite remember who she is. And it's this idea that she gets a new life basically from the Kree. She was human, born human, but then something happens in the movie to where they basically rebuild her and remake her, and she becomes Kree, part of Kree Empire. She ends up, you see her in a scene with Jamon Hanju, who, for those of you who don't know, was in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie as one of the Kree soldiers. So I'm kind of glad they paid that off, that you kind of get to see him in his glory days as a hero, kind of, sort of, before everything went weird and he started working with Ronan. I hope we get we find out why he decided to join up with Ronan instead of kind of fighting for the good of the Kree Nation and all that, and not so much for the destruction. Even though, again, the whole thing about the Skrulls is the Skrulls and the Kree are very much mortal enemies. So I think it'll be interesting. I think Brie Larson is going to do so well in this movie, and I think she's gonna shock a lot of people. I'm curious as to how they're gonna play that. I think she's gonna do really well. So, but I just wanted, I hope she does well with it. I don't say that because this is Marvel's really. DC did, of course, Wonder Woman, and so everybody was kind of thinking, okay, well, what's Marvel's big first movie? And a lot of people are like, oh, well, most people don't know who that is, and it's like, well, most people didn't know who the Guardians were either when they came out with their movie, but I think that the world definitely feels a lot better about the Guardians as a response to what they did with those movies. Really bringing a sense of humor, really bringing a sense of happiness and kind of joy with soundtrack and different things like that. I think they knocked it out of the park, especially with a group of characters that no one really knew who they were prior to that story, prior to that movie. So I think it'll be interesting to see how they play with Captain Marvel, and then really this will be the movie that is not only her beginnings, but we're going to see her ramp up even harder by the time you get to Avengers 4, because a lot of rumor mills have it that she's going to kind of be that power force that's going to be able to kind of stave off the power of Thanos. So it'll be interesting to see how they play with her in that regard, how much power she's really going to have. So, really interesting thing about the movie as well is that the movie actually comes out on International Women's Day, which is a little piece of history there for you if you're interested in it at all. But anyway, so Captain Marvel will be the Marvel's answer to Wonder Woman, and I hope that it does well. I've been a big proponent of movies for ladies for a while, representing ladies in a proper way. So I think it's really cool to see a character who could do that. And it'd be a space type thing. I think that's the thing that's going to be the coolest part, is that it's definitely going to be more space base than say Wonder Woman. Whereas, Wonder Woman is very kind of mythical. It's very much she's from Amazon, she's from that world, and in this movie, of course, it's going to be a lot more space alien type stuff. So I think it'll be cool to see how they pull it off. So I hope it does well. I want to see it do great. I think if it does well, I think Marvel's going to have themselves a real interesting opportunity for the next set of movies. Boy, I messed that up pretty bad, didn't I? Probably should go crossways this way. That'll help. Then I can straighten it out that way there. Boom. Connect the points. Yeah, I definitely didn't do this well. So there's a flub, and I will just live with it. I don't have an ability really to fix it at this point, so we'll just leave it as is. So you get the chance to see me flub up a drawing there. So we can all laugh about it in the comments down below if you'd like. That'd be nice. I'd like to hear from you as always. You guys know that. I hope no matter what you say, I'd like to at least hear from you. I'd like to give a chance to get some communication going. Some communication going is good. I like talking with you. So anyway, Carol Danvers, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the comic books, there was a point where she was just known as Miss Marvel for forever today. And then there was a point where Captain America kind of is in a room with her, and he talks about the fact that, oh, well, you've been Miss Marvel for so long, but, didn't you technically achieve the rank of captain? And she was like, yeah, I achieved the rank of captain, but due to the fact that my superior officer wasn't there, unfortunately, he could never name me Captain Marvel. And so then Captain America handed her a slip of paper, basically ranking her as a captain. He said, like, where'd you get this? He said, I am Captain America after all. I definitely pulled some strings for you. So he basically gave her the rank of captain. So it's kind of interesting. That's how they played. So I thought that was really neat. But anyway, so that's one of those really funny facts. Captain Marvel has been a part of the Guardians of the Galaxies in the comics as well. So she has been a Guardian. She has been an Avenger. She has been a powerful asset to the Avengers, powerful asset to the Kree. There was a male version of Captain Marvel. He was actually named Marvel. And Marvel was a guy who was just this very powerful alien. He fought the same battle she fought, but when he died, basically part of his powers went to her. I don't think we're going to get quite that same idea in the movie. I think they may play it a little bit differently. I know Jude Law's in it, and they revealed who his character is going to be, and unfortunately it's not Marvel, so I'm not sure how they're going to play it on that end. But I want to see this movie. And so I hope you guys are excited about it as well. If you got a chance to see the trailers, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. And I can't wait to hear from you guys. So as always, above all else, guys, be blessed and be blessing to others. Take care, guys.